hero of this election, whether I like him or not like him, is Obi. The hero of this election is who? Obi. Listen. I'm not saying it. Hold on. I'm not saying it to make you happy. Listen, and hear me. I'm not saying it to make you happy. I'm saying the truth and nothing but the truth. He may not have been pronounced as the winner, no problem. The law will take its course.
That was the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Yesomike, admitting that Peter Obi was the hero of the 2023 presidential election. Mark his word, or his words, what he said. He said that Peter Obi may not have been pronounced the winner. He didn't say that Peter Obi didn't win the election. He said Peter Obi may not have been produced the winner, may not have been announced the winner. But he is the hero of the election. You can make anything you like out of it. But why did I bring up this? Because recently, Yesomike said that he didn't back Peter Obi because Peter Obi, he doesn't back a social media presidential candidate. But in this video, after the election, you heard what he said, that Peter Obi was the hero of the election. Say he may not have been pronounced the winner. He may not have been pronounced the winner. He remains the hero of the election. But in a recent media chat, he said he didn't back Peter Obi because Peter Obi is a social media presidential candidate. The same Peter Obi that went on to win the election and it was rigged against him. Now, why did I bring up this? This is because Peter Obi has launched an online registration for the Obidients Movement. And immediately that story came out, some people started saying again that Peter Obi is always a social media presidential candidate. He's doing online registration. That's how myopic some people have become. Forgetting the fact that even the APC, the ruling party, has also done online registration for their members. And in this video, I want to show that what Peter Obi has done is the game changer ahead of 2027 presidential election. And I'll tell you why. But let us first of all look at the story behind the launch of online registration for the Obidients. Now, former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has officially launched an online registration portal and identity cards for members of his Obidients Movement, both within Nigeria and across the diaspora. Now, this development was announced in a joint statement issued by the movement's national coordinator, Dr. Eunice Atanko, and his Director of Strategic Communication and Media, Nana Kazaure. According to the statement, the identity cards were designed with a QR code at the bottom right-hand corner for authentication and will feature the flag of the holder's country of residence. According to the statement, the Obidients registration portal supports Nigerians and fellow Obidients living in the diaspora. The statement read, "You will observe that the ID has a flag on it. For example, if you are not resident in Nigeria, the top right-hand corner will carry the flag of your country of residence." The Obidients leaders explained that the initiative aims to foster diversity, camaraderie, and unity among members while emphasizing the global reach of the Obedient Movement. They added that every ID card, whether for Nigerians or diasporans, will carry the same OBX prefix, highlighting the purpose of the QR code. The statement noted, it can be scanned with any QR scanner, such as a smartphone, to give obedience a secure and confident way of interacting with one another. If you choose to support or do business with an obedient, you can scan the QR code or verify the OBX ID online to confirm that the person is who they claim to be. Now, this is a game changer. Why did I say so? It means it's bringing the Obedient Movement as a family, not just as a political movement, but also as a family, as a business family, as a social family that you can interact with, you can do business with. What kind of business do you do and you are obedient? The obedient will support you. If you see another obedient who is into a particular trade, you can support that obedient, because the purpose is to encourage one another, to lift up everyone until we achieve the purpose, which is a new Nigeria, which is very possible. So, Obedient Movement is going beyond ordinary political party, because Obedient Movement is not a political party, it's a movement. Never since Ziki's movement have we seen anything like this. And it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger than the Ziki's movement. From what I'm seeing, from the vision I'm seeing of it. So, having a group of people who are connected with each other for a purpose of a new Nigeria, and they see each other as one family. Nothing could be bigger and better than it. This is far better and bigger than political parties. You can see how easy it is for people to defect from APC to PDP, PDP to APC, and all kinds of things. Right now, there's a bandwagon effect of people moving to APC, especially from PDP, because there's nothing uniting them together. But what is uniting the Obedient Movement is the hope for a new Nigeria. But in building that purpose, obedience are also lifting each other up. And for them to lift each other up, they must know the identity of every one of them, so that you don't end up lifting up your enemies or those who don't wish Nigeria well. Okay, so you can now be, if you say you are obedient, I'm into furniture business, I'm an obedient, and an obedient is looking for those to supply him furniture, for example. Okay, and you present yourself, you are good in furniture making and stuff like that. He has to authenticate that indeed you are a real obedient. You are a believer in a new Nigeria that is possible. And you are being lifted. All of us are being lifted. Look at what happened to Quadri Alabi. Quadri Alabi himself, who suffered mistreatment by the Nigerian police. You see how much the obedient were able to raise 3 million in 3 hours. Over 10 million in 4 days. I'm sure it must have passed through over 10 million by now. So what I'm saying, that what Obi is building is bigger than what any other political party is building in Nigeria today. And I know it's going to be a success. A whole lot of people are going to register. So forget about the naysayers who are talking about the online presidential candidate. The same online presidential candidate beat your boss, black and blue, even in his own state. Even INEC have to manufacture figure to narrow the defeat, because it was so shameful that your boss couldn't get even 25% in his state. That was how enormous the beating that was received from Peter Obi and the Obidients Movement. They said there were 4 people tweeting in a room. But at the end of the day, when they showed force in Lagos before the election, people were amazed. So keep on deluding yourself that Peter Obi is a social media presidential candidate until he will beat you again the way they beat you people in 2023. You have to cry to our neck to switch off the transmission of the presidential election result. That's the only thing you can do, cheating. And you call it a strategy. You are a strategist. Your own strategy is to cheat in the election, to steal election result, and then you come out and be bragging. Somebody is a social media presidential candidate, and you are the one who is a strategist because you have strategy on how to steal election, commit electoral corruption, which can only be tolerated in a banana republic like Nigeria. Now, the Obidients Movement is the biggest political platform in Nigeria today. I have seen people who are in Labour Party who are making noises about Peter Obi. Peter Obi, they're supposed to be worshiping Peter Obi, washing his feet. Like, yes, so we can say that Fubara supporters should be worshiping Tinubu for declaring state of emergency. That state of emergency saved them from impeachment. Of course, I did a video to debunk that. That's not true. The state of emergency saved Yesomika and Tinubu's political future because they were desperate for River State. But that, by the way, because before Peter Obi came to Labour Party was nowhere to be found. Let me give you a brief of what Labour Party was like before Peter Obi came in there with the Obidients Movement. Labour Party in 2011 did not present a presidential candidate. You do know why? Why they didn't present a presidential candidate? They said they have endorsed Goodluck Jonathan. They endorsed Goodluck Jonathan, the presidential candidate of the PDP. That's not Labour Party. This Labour Party that is making noise today, they didn't even have a candidate in 2011. They said they endorsed Jonathan. They didn't present a presidential candidate. In 2015, Labour Party also did not present a presidential candidate. They said they endorsed Jonathan again. Of course, we know what happened in 2015 election. Jonathan was defeated. In 2019, they now presented a candidate because Buhari was not ready to look at their face. Whether they endorsed Buhari or not, Buhari is not ready to acknowledge them. So in 2019, they presented a presidential candidate. The name of their presidential candidate was Mohammed Usman Zaki. That was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2019. Incidentally, at that time, Peter Obi was the vice presidential candidate of PDP when he ran with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Now, how much vote did the Labour Party got in 2019? Labour Party got 5,074 votes in the whole country. That was what their presidential candidate, Mohammed Usman Zaki, got. You can go and verify it. Go to INEC. Perhaps I might put on the screen a screenshot of Labour Party's votes in the 2019 presidential election that was gotten by their presidential candidate Mohammed Usman Zaki. 5,074 votes. Yet, 4 years later, Peter Obi used it, the same Labour Party, and dazzled the country. And many believe he won the election until it was rigged from him. So what are we talking about? The power of the obedience. And so it is the Obidients Movement that created the Peter Obi wave that gave Labour Party the mileage it's enjoying today. And people are flexing more. Where were they in 2011? These people today who are claiming they are the owners of Labour Party. Where were they in 2011? election? Where were they in 2015 election? Where were they in 2019 election? Until Peter came with the Obidients Movement. Now the Obidients Movement, if they mess up that party the way they are doing it in connivance with APC, wherever Peter moves, if he decides not to contest under the Labour Party, this registration is to know the force and the power of the Obidients Movement that will help in shaping the outcome of 2027 election. It is a bigger force than any political movement you can see in Nigeria today. And that is why I consider it a game changer, because other parties are neither here nor there. Somebody can be in APC today, tomorrow he's in PDP. Next tomorrow he has returned back and he'll be welcomed. Because there was no purpose, no sense of nation, no sense of unity and desire for a new Nigeria. But we are talking about an organization, a movement, the Obidients Movement, that is geared towards a new Nigeria. Everybody wants a new Nigeria. Anybody who is an obedient is fighting for a new Nigeria. And that is the only ideological movement in Nigeria today. The ideology of a new Nigeria. I don't know what you think about this. What do you think about those who deride online registration, saying that P2B's online presidential candidate have started again? What do you think? What is your message to them? Knowing fully well that P2B, many believe, won the 2023 presidential election. Because if he did not win it, why are they fixated in attacking him? Since even after the election result was announced by INEC, P2B has been under constant attack to this day. There must be a reason why they see him as a threat. In fact, let me even shock you. Aisha Yusufu said that Reno Omokre, all his attacks on P2B, he used to translate it in Hausa and put it out in Hausa social media platforms. Why is he doing that? Because he's doing a hatchet job for the ruling government to demonize P2B even among the Hausa social media users. Why are they doing it? Because they know that P2B and the Obidients Movement, they are the political actors to beat in 2027. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you from the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it hard and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.